Obviously, the first thing you must do is downloading the app. I'll leave you the link down below, and let's open it. But as you can see here, there's only one deck, which is called default. So whether you create one or you simply rename it, let's call it, for example, history. By the way, when I say deck, I mean a group of cards, a pile of cards. Now when I'm going to click on it, it's going to tell me congratulations, you finished the deck, and that's because there's no card in it. So we're going to add ones. We're going to click on add. As you can see here, this is a deck name, so you must make sure where you're adding your cards, which deck you're adding your cards to. And for the types, you're going to start by basic types. The simple types, there is basic. It is just like the real flashcards, as simple as it is. There is the front and the back of this flashcard. So we're going to write the question right here, when the first World War started, and the answer of course is 1914. And yeah, let's try to see how it looks like. As you can see here, it is simple. It just shows me the question and I have to guess the answer. And if I find it easy or good or hard, I choose okay. Now let's try the second type, which is the basic and reversed card. If you want to learn in both directions, you're going to add two cards at the same time. Both of the columns will be considered question and answer at the same time. Now let's see how it looks like. Great. Let's study our deck. Now there is another type of card which is highly recommended by students, especially medical students, which is the close card. It is basically like fill in the blank cards. Well, I'm gonna show you how it works. So I'm going to write the question, where the first World War started, and I simply click on those brackets right here, and everything I write between them will disappear, and I have to guess it. Now let's see how it looks like. Great, it disappeared, as you can see. By the way, it is 1914, that's 1992. And here's why it is so easy on my phone. So we can, as we did on PC, we create a deck, rename it, and add a card on it. Check which deck we're adding card to, and write the question. But right here, you can add images or record audios, and you can import them whether from your camera or your gallery. Now let's add an image right here, for example. As you can see, if you got it right for the first time, it will show it to you in less than 10 minutes. And if you got it right the second time, it will show it to you after a day, so you'll have to check it tomorrow. There's also other options like image occlusion. It works so well, especially for medical students again. When you try to add an image of, I don't know, of an organ, and you try to rename the part of this organ. You can use pre-made decks that people have already shared, and you can find them on the Anki web. I'll leave you the link down below if you wanna, I don't know, if you wanna check it out. And you can learn anything, like it will help a lot if you want to learn new languages, or I don't know, history, biology, chemistry, etc. Let's try, for example, the history. Let's click on the US presidents. That sounds pretty interesting. There's also images. Now let's see how it looks on the phone version. Let's choose this time the biology. Cool. The cell structure, for example. This is the only thing I understood. Great. Awesome. Now as you can see, I imported about 188 cards, which contains different type of cards. There's the image occlusion, as you can see right here. Yeah. Let's come back to our Anki. So let's say I already have an account, for example, on my phone, and I want to, I don't know, import those cards into my PC. So I'll have to click on synchronize. So if you want to synchronize your cards, you must have an account on Anki web, which is completely free. It is simple. I'll leave you the link down below if you want to create one. And I'm just gonna log in. Great. So let's synchronize it. It's gonna take a little bit of time. Great. Now here's how it looks like. Now those are the decks that I've been creating for a month, as I told you. And I've got here, you know, all my subjects. Even math cards can be added. And I personally do use it so much in learning by heart definition, any kind of facts. Well, here's our close types, for example. Great. And here, for this card, is a little bit different because I studied it too much, and of course I remember it by heart. And as you can see here, I have month, 2.2 month, and 1.2 month, which means that I already have it in my long-term memorization. There is a ton of other options that we call the add-ons, like for example the map that will help you to follow your progress, for example. I've actually been trying it only for a month, so it's empty. There's only few squares colored. As you can see, I have 197 dual cards, which is gonna be quite normal after time when you start adding cards. Now I want you to go and try this app and come back to the video and comment down below how did you find it. Does it work for you as I promised it?